There's a lie perpetuated by a lot of spiritual manifestation type people, especially on short form content apps like TikTok. YouTube's better for it. But the lie is that if you just believe that you are that thing, that you deserve it, you're going to get it. It's just going to magically manifest. There's a lot of people who believe if they affirm enough, they're just going to get $1 million or something stupid like that. That's not how it works. That's not how life works. You have to be somewhat realistic, which means you have to see life for what it is. And it's a value exchange system. If you constantly affirm to yourself, I am a millionaire, I drive a nice car, but you are not the kind of person who has earned that stuff. You're not the kind of person who is capable of giving enough value to earn $1 million to other people. What the universe will do is, instead of instantly putting you in a position where you get $1 million, it'll start to break down your current identity. Things will get worse before they get better. This might be over a period of months or years. The bigger your manifestation, the longer it's going to take. So if you're constantly affirming, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, the universe is going to be like, okay, this guy really wants to be a millionaire. What value is he going to give to other people? Because you got to understand, everything's consciousness. So the consciousness that is everything is going to keep hearing the consciousness inside you going, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. And the consciousness that is everything is going to be like, okay, currently this guy is kind of lazy. He works a dead-end job. He spends his free time watching Netflix and smoking weed. He's not really giving millionaire value. He's not really giving off that vibe. I'm going to have to change that. If he's constantly affirming, I'm a millionaire, but he's not putting in the effort, I'm going to have to change that. Your life's going to turn to hell at first. Your partner might break up with you. You might get fired from your job, or just get in this weird energetic situation where you quit yourself because you feel tormented at your job. Maybe all sorts of things go wrong at your dead-end job, because what the universe is trying to do is get you out of that job. So that's what happened for me. I was making good money, but it was a tough job where sometimes I'd be working 8-hour overtimes on top of an 8-hour shift multiple times a week. So sometimes I'd be working 16 hours and it'd be good money. I was stacking up money, but I didn't have a life. I wasn't able to follow my purpose whatsoever. So the universe started making me so miserable, no amount of money mattered. It didn't matter that I was making better money than the average person with no skill set who hasn't started their own business. It didn't matter I had all these state benefits. I got so miserable with my lack of free time, with my energy levels, with the things I was dealing with, because I was working at a prison. So you can imagine dealing with inmates as an authority figure, how difficult that could get. The universe made me so miserable that I quit. I just didn't show up for a few days, and they were like, you need a doctor's note to come back. And I just energetically, I couldn't bring myself to do it. This was after a couple months of manifestation work, of like constantly affirming to myself, I am this person, I am this person, I am this person, but still going to my job, working all these overtimes, coming home feeling like shit, drinking way too many energy drinks. And all that affirming, the universe is like, okay, how is this guy going to make $1 million working at a state job, doing all this? You know what I'm saying? So the universe caused me to quit. Okay, great. Well, now you're unemployed and you don't have a way to give value to other people in a way that will make you a millionaire. So you keep doing your affirmations, but consciously, you're still in that mindset of being a 9-to-5 person. Consciously, you're still a worker bee that works for the hive, that works for other people. You don't know how to give your own value. You don't know how to make your own own way in the world yet. So you keep doing those affirmations and the universe goes, he's still not getting it. Well, let's see what happens when his bank account gets low. Let's see what happens when she really needs to start hustling. Okay, so that's how manifestation actually works. Okay, it's a process. It really is just base reality. What manifestation is doing, what all these techniques, all this law of attraction stuff is doing, is forcing the consciousness that you are to get in line with what you're sending out to the consciousness that is everything. And it could take months, it could take years, but as long as you know it's a long haul process, okay, the universe is going to test your mettle. And while forging a blade takes, I don't know, a day or two, I don't know how long it takes to forge a blade, to forge a millionaire takes a lot longer. This doesn't happen like that. So whatever value you need to give in order to reach your manifestation, the universe is going to put you through the ringer in order to break you down so then it can build you up over a long process of whatever it needs to take for you to actually be a person who's giving enough value to other people to be a millionaire. And this could go for anything. For me, this is a New York Times best-selling artist, or a New York Times best-selling novelist, an author. That's my big manifestation. And in my head, I'm like, well, if I'm a New York Times best-selling author and I have these self-help programs that a bunch of people are buying, I'm probably going to be a millionaire. So that's why one of my manifestations is I'm a millionaire, because I figured if I am successful as a novelist, as I want to be, I'll be a millionaire. My books will be selling a lot over a long period of time. But I don't have a set date because I know it's going to take a long time. So understand the universe is breaking you down so it can build you up over a long period of time. Now, if you have a lesser manifestation, maybe you just want enough to survive without having to work. It'll take less time, but you'll still be tested. The universe will still have to break you down, and then it will build you up in whatever ways it needs to in order to become the kind of person that is eligible to live that life, that is giving enough value to other people to live whatever life you want. That's how this works. Embrace the process. Don't go through the process going like, oh, it's going worse, it's going worse. That defeats the point of enjoying your life. You should enjoy your life whether it's good or bad, because that is how, at the end of your life, you're going to look back and realize the difficult parts were the parts that were most fun. When you're a soul and a spirit and you're not embodied in a human, you're going to be starving for that kind of drama and that tension. The stuff that like literally makes you want to go off yourself right now, that you're like, oh, this is terrible. I just want to go home. Just take me home, back to where my soul belongs. I don't want to be as human anymore. This is intense. This is the stuff our souls are actually hungry for when we're not embodied. So embrace the process. So I do believe in manifestation. I think it's awesome. But it's not what a lot of these people, especially on short form content, it's not that instant gratification a lot of people are saying it is. It can be a very intense process. So just a heads up.